Mariachi Podcast may contain episodes with adult themes and language. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. Hola gente bonita, aquí nos encontramos otra vez gracias por estar aquí conectados al Mariachi Podcast, aquí con Javier Rodríguez. Muchas gracias, soy su anfitrión de nuevo. Esta bonita tarde, esta bonita noche, aquí en Dallas está lloviendo, se mojó mi amigo Pedro, pero aquí está con nosotros, le queremos dar, muchas gracias por estar aquí a mi amigo Pedro. Un aplauso para él. Pedro, yes sir. Gracias por estar aquí, mi Pedro. ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Cómo te encuentras?
Pues bien, ya sabes, está mojado, pero gracias por invitarme, gracias por tenerme aquí en el podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, how's everything? ¿Cómo están el mariachi? ¿Cómo están los muchachos en Mariachi Magnifico?
Bien, todos andan bien.
Sí.
Claro que sí, ya estamos ahí todos relajados, ya sabes.
¿Sí?
Sí.
¿Qué dice tu dad?
Ahí anda mi papá,
Sí.
echándole ganas todavía.
Nice.
Sí.
Mucho respeto para tu papá, que desde que yo entré al mariachi me acuerdo de él. Don
Sí.
Evaristo, mis respetos para Don Evaristo, for real. Tiene mucho él, me imagino, ¿verdad?
Bastante, sí. Todavía voy a un lugar, un restaurante o algo ahí y hay charros y a mí no me conocen, pero lo conocen a
Sí.
mi papá. O alguien dice, oh, es el hijo de Evaristo. Y sí, casi todo el mundo lo conoce.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure que tiene bonitas historias. Tiene también mucho de qué contar en lo que es el mariachi, sus comienzos, right? Sus beginnings.
Sí.
And as we go along, I'm pretty sure that él fue que te enseñó. Or,
Claro.
of course, I'm pretty sure, or I don't know, you'll tell us, you've had other teachers. Or mainly your dad.
You know, I've had people that I kind of like looked up to.
Mm-hmm.
And so then what would happen is I would tell my dad, hey, can you take me to him so I can just see how they do this real quick?
Right.
Y luego agarraba como la técnica de ellos. And I'm like, okay. And, you know, I would try to mimic it or whatever it may be. You know, I'd try to absorb every other different way and then eventually, you know, just develop my own way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
But it all started con mi papá.
¿Sí?
Yeah.
At what age dijiste tú, Apá, I want to be a mariachi? What inspired you? What was the moment that you realized that this is it?
You know, we were actually from Houston, right?
Okay.
And so we were over there, and my dad was in his brother's group, and there was a guy named Rai. He played trumpet, and then this guitarron guy
Right.
played Carlos. He played guitarron. His name was Carlos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they'd actually play at a restaurant called Don Carlos. Well, that's the only restaurant or the planta that my dad would take me to.
Okay.
But Vado was already playing with them. But my older brother.
Yeah,
Vado,
yeah, but he's older than you.
Yes, Vado was already playing with them.
Okay.
He was pretty much playing solos.
Really?
Yes, and he was 8.
Wow.
And so I was like 6.
Really? Hold on.
Yeah.
Vado was 8 years old already playing in the professional
Already
mariachi.
playing
Really?
solos.
Wow.
El Justito.
Wow.
Singing songs. You know, he sang loud even as a little
No,
kid.
no. I mean, I've played with Alvaro. He's hanging right there in one of my pictures, a bunch of our pictures. So a lot of respect. De músico ni se diga, big top level. So did he inspire you? Well, I mean, because he's your big brother.
Vado actually bullied me a lot.
Are you serious?
Vado didn't want me to do it
Wow.
almost. He'd be like, man, you're sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
just it fueled you, right? Eso te dio más like, or
See, you
was
know.
your big brother love?
Yeah,
Yeah?
for sure. I mean, growing up, that's how he was. And
Yeah.
he still kind of is like that.
Órale.
Yeah, he's just the way I describe him is after I saw that documentary about Michael Jordan.
Right.
I was like, man, that's Vado. Like, you know how it's like,
Oh,
you know,
yes.
like his teammates hated him.
Yes,
But he was just so good.
He was challenging you.
Yes, all
Yes.
the time. So it was funny because I even told Vado one time, I'm like, bro, that's you, man. Like, no wonder we all hate you. You know, jokingly,
Yes,
of course.
yes.
Jokingly, of course. Pero,
Yes.
pero that's how Vado is.
Wow.
Yeah, so-
Okay, man. So a lot of respect, a lot of un shout out para Vado. I'm pretty sure. I think he does have his own group, right?
Yeah,
What-
Mariachi Fantástico.
Mariachi Fantástico. You can
Yeah.
find him, and of course, and Facebook and Instagram. I think I've seen a lot of his TikTok. He's in a lot of TikTok.
Yeah. He does
And-
TikTok, which is good.
Yes.
You know, I use Instagram a lot.
I
But-
see that. I see that, and I'll show the our audience.
Oh, I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no, I'll show your audience your Google. I think, and there's other pictures I saw there. Man, apart the ones that you saw that the people are going to see, tan bonitas. There's old ones there from your dad. So we'll talk about those. But so, man, thank you again for being here. And what do you remember the first time that we locked eyes and said, hey, who's that? Sorry, as harpist.
No, I never thought that at all. I think you were with Michoacan.
Okay.
I think.
Yes.
And I think I was with I went to go see Varo or something. And I think I was really young, but I remember that was the first time I think that I had seen you.
Right.
I don't ever think I saw you with Jalisciense, and if I did, I was probably too little, and too worried about playing,
right?
Because I was trying to think. I was like, there might have been a time that I went to a restaunt off of 35,
yes,
and you might have been there.
It's 35, Harry Hines, and that's Northeast Dallas. Jalisciense, I was there from 2001 to 2017, bro.
Oh my
so
goodness.
yeah,
so the possibility's there for sure.
Yeah,
but when I really noticed you, I guess was when you were with Michoacan.
Yes,
and I was like,
yes.
Dang. And it's almost like, I mean, and then you were singing real high and stuff, and I'm like, who is this guy?
Oh, thank you, man.
Like you see you, and I'm like, you look real, like, como se dice, como like modest and humble, and then you in there and you're just doing your own thing, and then you grab the mic and you were singing like real high, and I'm like, who?
Wow,
who is this guy? Yeah.
No, the first time that I remember you guys, si me acuerdo, I think I saw you and your brothers in El Ranchito, bro. That's when I saw you play. I think I had gone in to eat, and yo iba vestido normal, just get something to eat. Because it is still a restaurant that's recognized for mariachi nights, right? Mm-hmm. And weekends. But back then, I mean, it was popping Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday was over. I mean, the guys... Escuchaba yo de los muchachos, los charros ahí, Don Mario, I guess your dad, and then his brother too played there for a long time. One of your cousins también. Mm-hmm. That, I mean, you would not stop. Once you got in, I mean, you played all through. I mean, there was like hardly any breaks, right?
And then two mariachis at the same time.
And that's the thing. I was there actually before there was two mariachis actually, and the guys couldn't stop, man. I mean, there was like, I think a limit of like 5 songs. And then the next 5 songs, because a guy, would come in with money, y olvídate, they'll be there. Ahí iban a estar con la mesa, y no es justo, the other guys are there. Otra gente está pidiendo, ¿qué onda, cabrones? Yeah. ¿Cuándo van a venir? So, I guess, ahí es donde se vino la idea, vamos a meter 2 mariachis. Pero ¿te imaginas, mi Pedro, cómo, si yo 2 grupos al lado, were you there? ¿Cómo?
I was there when Don Mario had Michoacan.
Right.
And so it was me, my dad, Varo de violines, and then Saba.
Yeah, you see? Yeah, Sabas, yes.
Sabas, Don Osvaldo, and Chuy de trompetas.
That's right.
And then you got Mario Godoy Jr. and Don Mario. It was a 9-piece group.
Yes.
And it was, back then when the bigger groups were way more common.
More common, yes.
Yeah, that was...
That's when we first met, and I said, that guy right there, man, that trumpet player. And, of course, Alvaro stands out. He was a gold brick, man. He'll stand out because of his playing and his singing. Yes. Mi respetos, right? No, and, of course, the one that stands behind, right, the pride, the lion, tu dad. I mean, humble, very reserved, bien reservado, and pues sí los tenía todos alineaditos, I remember. And I also got to meet your dad's brother. I keep forgetting his name, but he passed away.
Oh, Gabriel.
Awesome. Man, I mean, you come from a family de puros músicos, right? Is there anybody in your family that doesn't play music?
My mom, she's...
Okay. Just mom.
Yeah, don't let her start singing.
Yeah. Don't say that.
You're sitting there and you're like, man, give me a beer.
Yeah. No sisters, just all brothers.
Yeah, all brothers, just 5 of us.
Wow. Mm-hmm. No, qué bueno, Mr. Pedro. So, moving along, we met that time back in those days. ¿Qué fue lo que te influenced you? ¿Qué fue lo que te motivó? Y el instrumento que tocas ahorita, a ver, dinos.
So, let me see, pues, lo que me motivó eran the guys I told you in Houston. It's, no homo, pero like, when you see somebody and they look like cool, like I've always been like that. I'm like, man, that guy looks cool. It's weird, right? But I'm like, man, he looks cool. I want to be like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, that was in Houston. And then when I came here, I started playing violin because my dad, that era su fuerte del violín.
Sí.
So that's what he could really teach you, right? So I'm playing violin, and we started when I was about 10, and then he was all like, hey, you know something? Mejor guárdalo because you suck.
Wow.
That's basically what he said.
No way. Really?
That's basically what he said. Right?
Wow.
So I was like, okay.
But I mean, he's being honest.
He was being honest. He was
Right.
like, hey, no es para ti, sorry. And I was like, oh, shoot, okay. Ni modo, ¿verdad? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, how did that motivate you? How did that make you feel?
I was just kind of like, man, I guess I just suck, right? You know?
No.
No, de veras.
Sí.
Pero y luego I entered band right after that. So maybe that was the summer that I was 10, and then school happened. Now I'm in band, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm playing trombone. So I'm playing trombone. Everything's going pretty good. But the next summer, maybe even 2 summers after that, my dad's like, a ver, agarra el violín. And I'm like, okay. And then he's like, hey, can you play this stuff? And I still remembered the notes. I just wasn't good. But I still remembered.
Sí.
So he's like, can you read this? And then I was like, well, what note is this one? He's like, okay, it's la, for example. So I started playing, and then he was like, ¿Dónde aprendiste a tocar? I'm like, well, the school, they taught us how to read it. He was like, entonces he was basically like, okay, you're worthy now.
Oh, my God.
Now I'll teach you. So that's where it happened. I started with violin.
Yes.
But I still always had those people that I was like, man, that guy looks cool. Man, that guy looks cool. Like that. So, my cousin Gabi?
Sí, of course.
The way he's dressed, postured, and everything.
Yes.
He plays real straight, todo bien así. I always thought to myself, man, mi primo Gabi looks cool.
Yeah.
So I still wanted to learn trumpet.
Okay.
And then Mario Godoy was real tall and everything. I was like, man, he makes the guitarrón look cool. So I wanted to play that.
Órale.
And honestly, Vihuela was probably Varo. Varo tenía mucha...
He knows every instrument.
Yeah, tenía mucha facilidad.
Sí.
And I'm like, man, I want to do that. So it was more of a... That looks cool. That person looks cool.
Yes.
I want to do that.
Wow.
It's weird. Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. So going back to El Ranchito, I see your cousin. Hey, man, by the way, he sings high, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He's... I admire him. I really do. He sings high and he plays trumpet as well.
Yes.
And aquí tenemos, obviamente, you're on the left-hand side. Mm-hmm. And then who's that little guy right there?
Enrique, that's the Vihuela. He's our Vihuela player right now.
That's Enrique right now. We'll get to his picture soon. Yeah. But that's basically everybody there, right? I mean, there goes Alvaro and your dad in the back. And the owner of Bronce.
Yeah, Diego. And then the guy in front of him, that's Toño. That's our accordion player.
Right here.
Yes.
Nice.
And then the little tiny one standing on the chimney over there, that's Marcos. That's the trumpet.
The trumpet. Are you serious, man? Wow.
Yes.
Good memories, man. And this is, where is this at? I'm sorry.
El Ranchito.
El Ranchito. So, ¿podemos decir que El Ranchito fue la escuela de ustedes?
You know something? Yeah.
A ver, ¿sí? ¿Verdad que sí?
And I'm going to say why, because it was all talón. So it's like, what they're asking for, play it. You know what I mean?
Sí.
It wasn't a gig, and, a lot of times at gigs, and I actually like these gigs when they're like, y'all just do y'all. Okay, thank you so much, right?
Sí.
Pero El Ranchito, it wasn't like that. I mean, you're a little kid, and you're playing, and it's what the client wants, because they're paying for the song.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And el talón, so the audience can know el talón. And I know it sounds bad. It sounds like tacky. Pero that's, in other words, a word for when you go and ask or like put your service up, like what songs do you want, and we'll play for some money.
Yes.
That's talón. My school también, aparte de los maestros que pues obviamente ya les había dicho que tenía Julio Martínez, bunch of harp maestros, Lorenzo González from here in Carrollton. Mi otra escuela fue el talón. And it humbles you in one way because you think, hey, man, I know these songs and I'm good. I know these sones. I know las rancheras. I can sing. Hold up. Siempre viene un cliente. I mean, it'll humble you because, a ver, si tanto sabes, tócame esta canción. Which one? ¿Cómo? A ver, where are you at now? So it was a school and it helped me a lot, con Antonio Jimenez. He took me under his wing back in 2000, 2001 con el Mariachi Jalisciense y también mi compadre Rafa. And I came in knowing the basics, man, out of Gavilanes from high school. Mm-hmm. And mis respetos, Gavilanes, they've been around. They were, I think, around. And I played with them. And we tried talón, but we never touch ranchito for that one simple fact. Los clientes son diferentes. They're going to ask for rancheras you've never heard of. I mean, corridos, a lot of corridos. And you're coming from a high school group or, un grupo que está intermediate, let's say that, right?
Yes.
Where there's no bad groups. There's everybody that's beginning and there's there's levels, right?
Yes.
So an intermediate group going into that territory, vas a batallar. Or am I wrong?
No, you're completely right.
Right? Vas a batallar, and that humbled me, man, because there's like, you come home, you get your little money or whatever. It's like, man, but el Señor me dijo estas canciones, and I've heard them, but God, I need to. You know what? Si de veras te motiva eso, is to get what? Get better.
Exactly.
Right? Learn the song.
Exactly.
And then afínate, right? Play in tune. So with that, I guess, am I going in the right path that you went through?
You are. And there's good people in Michoacán,
Yes.
Don Osvaldo and Savas, I mean, they were in sync, father and son.
Yeah.
And I mean, they just played so good. And then Chuy came in and Chuy played good too. And so then it was 3 trompetas and they were playing real good. And then Varo and my dad and me would study every week. We would study songs maybe that we didn't know, adornos that we didn't know, stuff that didn't come out right. And we would study, and then, I mean, it's obvious, Godoy and Junior, they were playing together for a long time.
Very long time. I was privileged to play with them.
Yeah, so ellos estaban también bien acomodados. I mean, you know what I mean? Bien de acuerdo. So it was a good sounding group. Y luego, entonces, and a lot of the stuff that I played today, it might not be the adornos that are in the disc, but it's what I heard.
Right.
Just growing up, and I heard everybody playing it and everything like that. So I know some things are probably a little bit off. And I'll have somebody who's like real young, and they'll come up and be like, that adorno actually goes like this. And I'm like, okay. I just started looking around like, hey, who asked you, bro? Like,
right.
I didn't ask you.
I didn't ask you. Yeah.
Yeah, pero it's just one of those things where, like you said, somebody might not admit it. Somebody might feel different about it. But I feel like that did help a lot. Talón helped a ton. And I mean, that's how I grew up. And that's how I started, really learning all these songs. Yeah, so.
Nice, man. Very, very good stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
So going back, this guy right here.
Oh, yeah.
Your pops.
Sí.
Anything, what else? ¿Qué me puedes decir de? I mean, I'm really intrigued. And you know what? I think I'm going to reserve a spot for him para traerlo aquí en el podcast.
Sí.
I think that a lot of people, a lot of charros, muchos de aquí de Dallas, they've known him. They've either met with him, they've heard him. And so... Don Evaristo, si me está escuchando, lo quiero aquí en el podcast. Mientras, Pedro, really, what's your dad, siendo tu dad as your teacher, and going to work with him every day, what's it like?
So he's still extremely disciplined.
Really?
Both musically and physically and mentally, he's extremely disciplined. So I have to admit, he probably gets upset with us sometimes because what do you hear a lot these days on the radio? Everybody's saying curse words all the time.
Oh, sí.
Freaking those carnales always say, que cabrón this, cabrón that.
Sí.
Now they're even saying deep stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So he gets upset, and I know he does. But it's like we play in Deep Ellum every Sunday. The crowd that goes in there,
yes, youngsters,
they want those songs.
Yeah. Times have changed, Mr. Pedro.
And what do I tell them? Nah, I don't want your money. we can't say that. So these songs that are coming popular and stuff like that, we're like, what we implement them into our repertoire.
Right.
And I know he gets upset. Sometimes he boycotts, Sometimes he just doesn't play. He just walks off.
I can imagine.
But he's always been very disciplined, very serious with what mariachi means. And the one thing that he never let happen was we'd go to a gig, and even if we were, like you said, there was levels to it. So even if we were between a beginner to an intermediate, because my brothers were young. Yeah. So even if we were there at those levels, he wouldn't let anyone say, "Ahora cabrones, ahora this."
Yes.
Apúrense, está corriendo el tiempo, and talk to us like that. He'd be like, "Hey, I don't need that."
Okay.
So we grew up
very, very disciplined.
Yeah, we grew up knowing that don't let people talk to you like that kind of sort of thing.
Sí.
Man, my dad got some fights. Yeah. You wouldn't believe it.
Right. Me imagino por el disrespect. La falta de respeto de los clientes telling your dad other stuff. Really? So, do you have a story to add? Hold on, let me take a drink.
I have quite a bit of them, right? I don't know if you know this, but my dad, he's a black belt in Taekwondo.
he looks like he can break somebody's neck, man.
You probably pull their head off their neck, shoulders.
I mean, he looks. Martial arts is written in front of him. I mean, la verdad. I mean, no BS. Don Evaristo looks like if you ever mess with him, you're gonna lose.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. I never tried. You know what I mean? But I'm the type where like it's like I would have never tried to, go toe to toe with my dad, right? But like I said, we've seen it happen también. Even now as older, he's way more reserved, and he tries to keep us from fighting or from arguing with these. There's just clients sometimes that they have that mentality that if I'm paying you,
I have the right to tell you, like to speak. Yeah,
and it's like, don't do that.
Yeah,
But my dad. There was one in particular that was kind of funny because my dad's the type that he'll if he wants to prove a point, he'll make subtle threats. Like he'll be like, "Man, I really wish I had some boxing gloves right now." And you're like, "Why did you say that?" Man, do you like to smile with all your teeth? And you're like,
wow. Okay, yeah. Subtle warnings.
Yes.
Subtle warnings.
And people are like, what do you mean do I like to smile with all my teeth? Yeah, I love my teeth. You know what I mean?
En otras palabras, cabrón, cálmale o bájale.
Yeah.
I mean, sí yo he tocado y me ha encontrado clientes difíciles para trabajar.
Sí.
En este oficio, lo que es el mariachi, hablando de lo que es tu papá, ¿verdad? Y cómo se enoja y I have a very short temper. The guys in my Mariachi Colima, Max and Sergio, my compadre Sergio, they'll tell you like, bro, tienes que respira. You can't get mad. I'm like, dude, you don't see the way me está hablando bien gacho, pero tranquilo. But it's better to stay reserved. My dad, mi papá siempre me dijo, el que se enoja pierde. And I guess it's the same with your dad. Like, I don't get mad, but chill.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, it was more of a, like you said.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, if you want to go, we can just go. Like my dad's like, in other words,
that
he's
Batman on the Oscars, like, come on.
Yes, yeah. And he's like, I'm with whatever you want to do outside, kind of sort of attitude.
Sí.
And there was one that was kind of funny because we all went back to the van.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of a long driveway, and we hear my dad's voice go like deeper and louder, and that's usually when he starts getting mad. And then we hear like three like that.
Yeah.
And that normally means my dad is patting them on the shoulder, but showing them that, hey, under this suit, I got some big biceps.
Right. Yes.
And that one was one of the funnier ones because we're like, oh, shoot, we know what's going on. So we we're going back down there, and we see my dad, and he's kind of surrounded by people. Uh-huh. And so we're over there, and then Varo's like, dame tu violín, And so he gives him the violin, and now people are like, why is he giving him the violin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the guy, my dad's like, thank you for paying me, now I can shake your hand, kind of sort of thing.
Wow.
So he shakes his hand, and the guy is like, he's like, you can tell my dad's squeezing it.
Yes.
And the guy's like, oh yeah. So he tries to pull my dad towards him, but instead he pulls himself more that way, right?
Wow.
And so we're like that. I was like, okay, it's fixing to happen, right?
It's gonna get down. It's about.
So then,
se va a armar.
So he was. So the guy was like, ¿quieres darle? Okay. My dad was like, yeah.
Wow. Your dad did not back down. No, he's not. He's the person that will not back down.
And then they just started swinging at each other.
No.
And then everybody like, señor.
Yeah.
We're like, we're just making sure nobody jumps in.
Wow.
But like I said, there's been plenty of times where he does that. But that one to us was the funnier one because it's like they didn't expect it, and they were surrounding him, like trying to intimidate him, but he was going to do it anyways.
Okay.
And I think one of the funnier things was Varo saying, dame tu violín. And they're like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, man.
But everybody's gotten in fights. Varo, Toño, Enrique.
Really?
Me.
Really, bro? Yeah? Con clientes.
Con clientes.
Yes. Wow. That's crazy. Gracias a Dios, I've just gotten into some heated arguments, and not bad, but like to say, man, we're a mariachi, just like any professional band. Just if I'm having disrespected you, don't disrespect us.
That's exactly what I say.
I mean, we're trying to be cool, pero sí. I think on some other episodes, or if I have time, I'm gonna look for some guys are like clientes, perdón, les están demandando que toquen una canción. And he's humbling them because he's playing it wrong y otra vez in front of them. You know, and again, I wish I could show it. Les podría enseñar. Pero está un cliente demandándoles que toquen otra vez esa canción porque está mal y dale otra vez. Y les da pues palabras bien feas, ¿verdad? Y ahí es donde uno tiene que I mean, even I tell my guys, let's stop. Espérense. Hey, you know, aquí vamos esto es profesional. Aquí no es aficionados, no es un talent show, you know.
Sí.
Nos venimos, ahora si nos estás pagando, a cantar las canciones que estás pidiendo. Y si no las sabemos con gusto, decimos, no las sabemos. We don't know the songs, man.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be disrespecting us, right?
Exactly.
So, I mean, have you said that at least before? I mean...
Yeah, there was the most recent one that happened. There was a client, he hired us last minute. And you know how it's always slow January and February?
Oh, sí, en estos tiempos, sí.
So it was a last minute Saturday gig, and he got a good deal because I wanted him to hire us.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And a lot of times I'll do that. When it's slow for mariachi, what do? I pick up other jobs.
Okay.
You know, I pick up off-duty jobs.
Sí.
And so I have that luxury of being able to work. The guys, you know, they kind of, this is their extra job.
Okay.
So sometimes
Supplemental income.
Yes. Yeah. And we shouldn't depend on it,
Yeah,
but most of us do, right?
Yes.
So, okay. So I pick up gigs and sometimes I pick them a little bit cheap, knowing that those guys are still going to make their money.
Yes, sir.
Kind of like that, right? So we go to this gig and, you know, tenemos mucho ambiente nosotros.
Sí.
And so Enrique told the compañera, he was like, my little brother, he said, a ver cuál le gusta? And then he was like, somos solteros todos. Well, everyone laughed. Everyone.
Right.
So they asked for malagueña.
Right.
We start playing malagueña. So the client goes and tells Keek something, and I just saw Enrique, he's like, go tell him. So then he goes to Alex, our guitarrón player.
Okay.
And he starts telling him something, and Alex is like, go tell him. And then so I made eye contact with him, like saying, like, they're probably telling you to come tell me. So he comes up, and he says, si estuviéramos en mi rancho, te hubiera partido tu pinche madre. And I was all like, say it again? I heard exactly what he said.
Sí,
but
sí.
I want to make sure.
You wanted to confirm.
Yes. And he says, si estuviéramos en mi rancho, te partido tu pinche madre.
Wow.
And I said, oiga, si no se habla. And then he was like, ustedes están jugando, son puros pinches payasos ustedes. Y deberían ser mariachis. And I'm like, oiga, así no se habla.
Sí.
No estoy hablando así,
sí,
de verdad.
Sí.
And then he was like, no, son unos pinches payasos ustedes. Si yo quisiera payasos, hubiera contratado payasos. And I'm like, bro, you're going too far, man.
Sí, sí.
So le dije, oiga, es que de todos modos, usted no debería estar hablando así.
Sí.
A la gente.
Me estás faltando el respeto.
Dije, usted está amenazando.
Right.
Nosotros estamos jugando.
Exactly.
La gente le está gustando y usted me está amenazando. Dijo, me vale verga, hijo, tu pinche madre. Dije, ¿sabe qué? Vamos a terminar esta canción y ya nos vamos. It was like 40 minutes.
Sí.
I was like, me pagas lo que nos debes y nos vamos.
Wow.
And he said, and it was a 2-hour gig. And he goes, no, van a tocar las 2 horas a fuerza, hijo, tu pinche madre. I was like,
Wow.
I said, no
No,
a
man.
fuerza, we're not going to do shit.
Wow.
So he's like, sí, a fuerza van a tocar las 2 horas. So he starts walking off. And I, with the trumpet, I went, bum, bum, like that, right? Like, done.
Sí.
We're not playing no more.
Sí.
And then I walked up to where he went.
Sí.
And I said, nos debes dinero, ya nos vamos. And he was like, oye, ¿qué pasó? And everybody's like, well, hey, what happened? And then he was like, no está bien que no estés hablando así, ya nos vamos. Me debes
Pero
dinero.
hablando recio, obviamente, because,
Yes.
right? Because, yeah.
And I said, me debes dinero,
Sí.
ya nos vamos. So then he was like, no, ¿qué pasó? And everybody's like, ¿qué pasó? And then Enrique, he goes, yeah. He's like, yo estoy aquí tratando de cantar.
Sí.
Y me estás hablando de que hijo de tu puta madre,
Sí,
right?
sí, sí.
And then everybody goes, like that. And then he goes, estas son gente de iglesia, no estoy hablando así. And we're like, then why are you doing that?
Wow.
Why were you acting this
Exactly,
way?
exactly.
So we did stop, and I did tell him, you do owe us money.
Mm-hmm.
So he followed us
Sí.
outside of the gate, and he was like, I don't want to pay y'all for being clowns. And he was like, I already gave you $200 deposit. So I don't care. I said, you owe me another $3. And he ended up paying
Sí.
him. Pero he was very mad,
Right.
and all the dudes came out, and it's
Right.
like, and all I told him was like, dude, you don't do that, man.
Right, right. Una cosa, Álvaro, Mr. Pedro, thinking of your brother.
Yeah.
You pones ambiente, which is different, right? Un ambiente is, in other words, si hay una cumbia, let's dance. Is that
Sí.
right? I mean, it's promoting your group y poner ambiente. Una cosa es contratar mariachi, tocar, está bien tocar bien y todo, pero mucha gente busca eso, el ambiente.
Sí.
Si de algo que los contrataron, if they hired you for one thing is ambiente, then why would you get mad, bro?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Ahora, otra cosa, si eres cristiano, iglesia, why would you say that? You know, tú mismo te quemas. So again, volvemos a lo mismo, Mr. Pedro, de que hay de todos clientes, right?
De todos, yeah.
So in that case there, you have clientes que se pasan de listos. In other words, we're just trying to be make the people not laugh as clowns, but poniendo ambiente, so lighten up the party, or como se dice,
getting like intrigued into what you're doing.
Exactly, right?
Yes.
And you're gonna get mad. So I mean, yeah, I can see where you're going with that, bro.
We told him, we said,
yeah,
you're the only one who got mad. Everybody laughed.
Exactly.
I said, everybody's having a good time. We didn't say anything, you know,
derogative towards the quinceañera. I mean, right?
It was, she was, celebrating, I think, her 40th birthday or something. You know, we just...
Wow.
It's like, dude,
wow. So, te creo, Mr. Pedro, que si cantaran el mono de alambre, then people would have a reason. Because, sí, el mono de alambre, cliente, gente bonita que nos está viendo, el mono de alambre is a song. I don't know if you can find it on YouTube or Spotify, YouTube, I don't know. Pero it puts people down and also making fun of them at the same time or having fun at the same time, but bad. Mariachis, I get, el mariachi le dobla o le mete más because it rhymes, rima con lo que estás buscando y le tiras a alguien. And for me, and I tell the guys, a mi mariachi, el Colima, le digo, muchachos, si piden la canción, adviértanles primero, hey, ¿verdad? Esta canción está pesada. Hay unos que, aunque no estén aquí, porque todos agarran parejos. Because if you're wearing color purple, el de morado, rojo, cachucha, you're gonna get it. I mean, lentes.
Bigote, barba.
Te van a embarrar, right?
Anybody.
Y ahí unos que no vienen con genio, ¿qué onda, cabrón? They're, so we, why we stop? Porque se van a enojar. No, pero que, and then hemos estado donde se enojan entre ellos and we don't know si seguimos tocando o paramos. Because the song, that's where, again, llego de que si cantas esa canción,
sí,
una gente se va a enojar. Pero si dices algo, I mean, to lighten up the crowd, para alivianar el ambiente, why would you get mad?
Exactly.
He says on there.
We don't play that song.
You don't? Oh,
no,
your dad. Your dad does not.
Exactly. Okay. So we just, but even that we make as a joke. We're like, no, es que los queremos mucho. Or something like that. We don't want to offend y'all.
Sí, sí.
Or they say, no, es que se ofenden. And then when they say, no, nosotros no. And like, no, se ofenden los muchachos. Like us.
Yeah.
We make
both
it.
way you're going to win.
Yeah, we make it a thing that we're not going to play it, but it's almost like we joke about that why we're not going to play it. And since we make it like that, then most of the people, they accept it and they're like, bueno pues, next one. Yeah, and we've actually got, like, we've never had anybody complain that we didn't play it when we respond that way. Because we're still very friendly and tell them, like, no, es que los queremos mucho or whatever it may be. And then it just basically goes away.
Wow.
But you're right. It's because of my dad.
Yeah. No, a lot of respect for your dad, man. And so your dad's beginnings, were they in Houston?
They were in Mexico and Garibaldi.
And Garibaldi.
Yes. Oh,
this picture here, where was this?
That one was in Houston, yes.
That was in Houston.
That real tall guy on the left.
Sí.
That's right. That's the trumpet player that I told you that I looked up to.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nice, man. And how long were you guys in Houston?
We moved over here when I was about 8.
Okay.
Yeah. So my dad probably played there for a long time. Vado was probably already 10, and then he came over here. But he was already playing, and my dad had already told the representante del grupo, like, hey, my son deserves full pay.
Órale.
Because, and he's like, I'm not fixing to pay an 8-year-old full pay. And my dad was like, okay, we'll go somewhere else.
Wow.
He goes somewhere else, and then he called him back, and he said, hey, you know what?
I changed my mind.
I'll pay y'all full pay, yeah. But my dad was like, he's playing primeras, and he's playing all these solos. Like, and he's singing, and he sings loud, no mic.
Right.
Like, he does deserve full pay. It's not about the age. It's that people are...
Ya es un músico completo.
Sí, y luego he even told me, like, people are hiring you because of him. And he's like, no, it can't be. I'll still give him half. So my dad said, okay, peace. And then...
Sí.
Yeah. The next weekend, 2 weekends after that, yeah, he was already telling him, like, can y'all please come back? Yeah. Yeah. So
do you know the Longorias down in Houston?
Yes, it was actually... Actually, I don't think it was the Longorias that happened with. But yeah, I more so know of them. And I remember them, like, when I was little.
Sí.
But as an adult, I've never really interacted with them.
Okay.
But when I see him, I'm like, I remember him.
Yeah.
He used to be at the house, or we used to be at his house, or whatever it may be.
Wow, yeah. Okay. Yeah, shout out to Maestro Los Longorias. The brothers, Chabelo, he's, I think, a university director for Mariachi Los Pumas in Houston.
Really?
Yeah. We talk a lot. Shout out to all the guys in Houston, Los Charros allá. But yeah, so Houston, I used to live in Houston también back in the when I first came in from Mexico, actually. And it was a hurricane. I forgot what it was, man. But we came up in the bus, and I still remember looking at the bus and seeing the wind. It was in the middle of the hurricane. I guess back then, Greyhound had to make their money. Tenían que hacer dinero el Greyhound porque durante el huracán seguía el bus. And I remember yo miraba al downtown, right? I mean, I was a kid, y miraba cómo todo se movía. My mom was scared, but we came in from Laredo going to Houston where my dad was at. And that was pretty crazy stuff, man. And we lived there for about, I want to say 6 years, but that todavía no me hacía músico. It wasn't until I got here in Dallas. But yeah,
that's crazy.
Houston played a part of my life, just like you guys. And,
yes.
And from Mexico to Houston and then here in Dallas, right?
That's how my dad was, yeah.
Nice, man. Cool, man.
I know he played in San Luis too. You know, my dad's from San Luis.
Yes.
But I know he played in Plaza Garibaldi too.
Mm-hmm. Wow, man. So I see you got a good relationship with your dad. And I guess all your brother. So the only one that is not playing in your group now is Alvaro.
Yes, because he has his own group.
Right. So right here you got your dad, you, Don del Guitarrón, Alex, and your younger brother in the vihuela.
Enrique, yes.
Enrique. Nice, man. Where was this?
That one was actually this Saturday.
Really?
Yes.
Where was it? What is that? Is that Chavitas? Is that a restaurant? Or
no, we were. That was the last name of the bride and groom.
Oh, okay, yes. That was their last name.
Yes, cool. And it was just like a little photo booth, and it was right before we started.
Nice, man. This is your group. Your current group now, right?
Yeah, but of course, that's my cousin Gavi right there with the trumpet.
I see him. And
he covers us a lot, especially when one of us can't go. So obviously, Toño wasn't in that picture, the accordion guy.
I see.
Yeah, so Gavi went. So
nice, man. Cool, man. Good stuff. So when you go and perform for your clients, what do you offer, man? I mean, besides getting into fights, of course. I mean, unless the clients salgan de malas or whatever. But
sí,
¿qué es lo que trae el Magnífico al cliente? ¿Qué es lo que les ofrecen?
I want to say que el repertorio.
Sí.
Because, with Alex and Dad, and really actually Enrique too, I got to hand it to him.
Sí.
He knows a ton. They all know a ton of Javier Solis, Jose Alfredo, Pedro Infante, and things like that. Things that are kind of like no longer real popular. Like not a lot of people are asking for those songs. But then we also got Toño de acordeon. So we play a bunch of norteño. He plays a bunch of corridos, a bunch of Dos Carnales. And then we even throw in, Frontera, because we have the accordion. So we have a ton of Frontera songs. The Frontera when they sing with Peso, when they sing with Bad Bunny. Like we play so much, and like I mentioned earlier, since we play in Deep Ellum every Sunday, we kind of have to.
What restaurant, man? Let the people know what restaurant.
So we play at Yellow Rosa Cocteleria, and it's in Deep Ellum, and we play there for brunch every Sunday. We've been doing it. We're going on 3 years now.
Wow, nice.
Yeah,
man.
so we go there and we play 11:30 to 3.
Early. So
yes.
brunch.
Yes, for brunch.
And so I guess you guys no se quedan pa'l talón. There's their talón there?
So it's weird because they pay us a base and we do talón.
Really?
So we do talón from the start, and it's how Ranchito used to be.
Ah, okay.
From 11:30 to 3,
sí.
We're playing.
Wow.
Nonstop. And it's talón. But, of course, they give us a base también.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Good stuff, man. So going into your Google Mariachi Magnifico, Dallas, Texas, right? That's how they'll find you on the Google. Yes. And I'm pulling it up now. It's like you got some interesting pictures here. I see Alejandro Fernandez, bro.
Oh, so that was actually Baro and Enrique, right? They went with Alejandro and Juanga when they played at the what was it? It was like the Latin Grammys or something in Miami.
Okay.
That was like 2016, I believe.
Right, but still, I mean, they represented Mariachi Magnifico.
Yeah, they sure did.
So that's good stuff. Yeah, I can see you guys carry an accordion player. So if they hire you guys, you got an accordion player. Of course, we go back to the songs that you mentioned, the Frontera, anything that comes, rancheras, ¿cómo se llaman? Los Tucanes, los Invasores, right? I mean, you name it, Nice, brother. Qué bueno. That's good stuff. And so what's in the plans? What's in the future para el Mariachi Magnifico? What's you plan to grow? ¿Se quieren quedar en
Yes.
7? What's going on?
So, we just went back to siete. After COVID,
Uh-huh.
you know how everybody downsized?
Of course.
So we had
yes.
we had to downsize to 6. And really and truly, we like a big group. So then every now and then we'd have a 7th player, but it was never like a set in stone thing. And here, as of recently, we went back to 7.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, we need to keep it 7. Regardless if one person gets out, get another one immediately. That way we can be 7. And then my dad's like, maybe even eventually 8 again.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay. But 7, we like 7. We like a bigger group. Before COVID, we were 9 and 10 sometimes.
Yes. Big groups, man.
Yes. So do we plan on going to 8? Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
But it would take some time. I mean, it took us a long time to go to 7.
Sí.
But now we're a steady 7. And now a los clientes les prometo 7 elementos. And now I charge for 7 elementos.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know how you can promise, like I would tell clientes, mira, somos 6 seguros, but every now and again we're 7. And they're like, pues que vengan 7. And I'm like, I can't promise you that. I can promise you 6. I'm charging you for 6.
Right.
And if 7 of us showed up, is your lucky day.
Right.
Well, now I promise 7.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I promise 7. And then the other day, somebody wasn't going to be able to go, so I invited somebody else. It turns out both of them were able to go. It was 8 of us. Felt good. But but the money wasn't stretching.
Yeah.
So.
Nice, man. No, because do you guys do you have rehearsals? Do you practice? Or how is it that you pick up new songs? Because of course, ya las de cajón, you got. Right? You wouldn't go practice for that. But how do you guys pick up or learn the new songs? Does everybody do it on their own, or
most of the time everybody does it on their own?
Really?
A lot of times Enrique definitely does it on his own.
Mm-hmm.
In the trumpets, for the most part, everybody does it on their own. But I will send them the first, second, and third part. Or I'll say, hey, we're playing this song.
Sí.
I'm playing first. And then, I don't know if you know, Juju, he's Don Flori's grandson.
Okay. Yeah. Cool guy, man.
Yes. So he's I don't know where he finds them, but he finds videos of people already playing the segunda and tercera somewhere. And so him and my little brother Marcos, they'll share those videos with one another, and they'll try to play them and everything. And then, once we're together, we always have a trial and error part because everybody works full-time jobs.
Sí.
So nobody has a day where we can rehearse.
Sí.
Honestly, we probably could. But
Yeah.
but everybody chooses to just continue doing it this way. And since it works, like how they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
So since it's worked like that for so many years and everything, I just leave it alone. So everybody studies on their own. And then we always have that first time that we play that song, we make sure it's at a place where they're like, y'all do y'all's own thing. And you know how you have gigs where it's like, man, they're just ignoring us.
They're
right?
just not giving it rats. Yeah.
So that's how it is. And at those gigs is where we do those trial and errors on that song. Literally by the next time, ya está.
Wow, man, that's good. That's good stuff, man.
Yes, sir.
So tell the audience your number, man, and where the websites, if you have any, or Instagram and Facebook. I'm pulling it up now. So, what's your number?
I appreciate it. Yeah, so my number is 469-595-1390, and most of the time it's easier to reach out through text because on the text you can have all the details. And if I'm busy, if we're either playing a gig or if I'm at work, a lot of times I can come back and just respond whenever I can, and let you know whether we're available or not. And I try to send you all the information. So whenever you text to me, I try to, even if you didn't ask for it, I try to send you the price. I tell you how much the deposit is and everything. And then we do also Instagram. So I'm huge on Instagram. I post everything. And you know why I do that? I do that so if somebody ever looking for Mariachi,
I see you're very active. Yeah.
If somebody ever, somebody somewhere posted, anybody know of a mariachi? The people that follow me can be like, hey, I do know one. They post every freaking day. Let me send them to you. And a lot of them come from Instagram.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I think I'm still the only. I think we're still the only mariachi that offers military and first responder discounts.
Good to know, man. So all the the military and law enforcement, paramedics, first responders, you get a discount with Mariachi Magnifico. That's good to know, man.
Now, public service también.
Public service.
So, teachers reach out to me all the time.
Okay.
hey, do I count? And I'm like, of course you do.
Yeah.
You're a teacher.
Wow.
You deal with so many.
You probably have more stress than a first responders.
No kidding.
Mucho respeto a todas las maestras, maestros. Mucho respeto. You're the reason we're here now is because if you're ever a teacher, your dedication, that's why we're here. Thank you, teachers.
He's not lying. So, should I post it? Yeah, pero like teachers reach out all the time. Or I know they're a teacher.
Sí.
Maybe they reached out on Instagram, and I always try to look at the legitimacy of a page.
Okay.
Sometimes, just to make sure.
Yeah.
And everything. And if I see something that says like, no, first grade teacher or teacher this many or something high school teacher for this, I always tell them like, hey, we offer discounts for teachers.
Nice, man.
If you choose to go with us, is this? And usually what I do is I take it out of the deposit. That way I don't hurt the day of.
Okay.
So basically the discount is applied on the deposit. And on the agenda, what I do is I write the full deposit amount. That way I forget.
Wow.
Because if it's 6 months from now, I don't want to know that.
Sí, yeah. I feel you, brother. No, está bien, man. That's good. So everybody, todos que nos están viendo, escuchando, también Mariachi Magnifico, ¿verdad? De Pedro, para que les llamen. Quiero agradecerle una vez más, un aplauso a mi amigo Pedro.
Gracias.
Thank you, brother, for being here on the Mariachi Podcast. Ojalá y vengan otras más, ¿verdad? Ya tengo varios otros maestros alineados para igual chatear, platicar las aventuras, la gente sepa, ¿verdad? De lo que pasa. Igual ya vieron, escucharon lo que pasa detrás de las escenas del mariachi. Sí. ¿Verdad? Esa fue tu historia, ahora vienen otras que, ¿verdad? Ojalá también nos entretengan como las tuyas. Muchas gracias, Maestro Pedro. I left you there a little gift, a little box right there if you want to pick it up for you right there. Yeah, you can move that. Y si lo quieres abrir, that's for you. It's everybody that comes on the Mariachi Podcast gets this gift. Para los que vengan. So if you read that out loud on the other side.
I have an episode in the Mariachi Podcast.
There you go.
Love that, man. Thank you so much. That's
no problem,
extremely thoughtful. When you called me and invited me, I was like, hey, yeah, I'll go over here. I've never done it, and I was like, yeah, I would like to do that. So, and then I've known you for a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
And I've always, like I said, the way you play harp and the way you sing, I've always admired it. And
gracias. No, thank you. Appreciate it.
One thing I really do see about Mariachi Colima that I've even talked to other people about is like, siempre también parejitos. They got a new suit like every 6 months. Am I wrong? But it seems like every 6 months you got a new suit, a new look. Sí. And I'm all like, and they're always the exact
pues
same.
Lo que habíamos dicho, Maestro Pedro, la imagen del charro. Mi compadre Guevara from Guadalajara me dijo, él dice, compadre, es que hay unos mariachitos, ¿verdad? Por más malitos, pero se ven bien chingón. Los trajes y los moños, de like, dang. Digo, es que la imagen se vende. Sí. Te puedes ir para la chingada, pero por lo menos te ves bien vestido. I was like, damn, he's got a point. You know, for as bad or, again, not bad, but intermediate as you may sound, you look sharp, bro. Yes. La imagen del charro, wherever you're at, no importa en qué parte del mundo, te identificas. You have Mexico written all over you. Respetar es otra cosa. We'll talk about that in another episode, pero respetar el traje. Sí. You know what I'm saying?
Sí.
Porque uno sí, pues igual, las botonuras quebradas, just bad. But anyway, you guys look sharp in your new suits from los trajes Humbertos from el Estado de Mexico, right?
Sí.
We got ours there. Remember, you told us, and we got our suits there. So, gracias, Maestro Humberto. Si nos está viendo, los trajes nos quedaron perfectos. Sí. Again, Mr. Pedro, muchas gracias por estar aquí en el Mariachi Podcast. Thank you. I hope you enjoy your gift. Y ya, pues conocieron al Mariachi Magnifico, su papá, los muchachos. Y pues nos vemos a la próxima. Muchas gracias, Mr. Pedro. Muchas gracias.
Thank you for having me. Gracias.
All right.